And record.
How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called. The warrior of light. One brave shadow, one brave light. Don't echoes tumbling through time. Brave soul wasted dead cast aside. Inside.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
That it was.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna get to see Minfilia again somehow.
I mean, she's in the crystal, so.
Well, yeah, but like actual alive, like given that she was with Thancred in the intro.
So, you know how to get back to the area we're supposed to go?
Yeah, you have to go to Mordona, and there's
Yeah, I was just making sure before I teleport. Also, Jesus, I am echoing.
time to bring some shadows. Now the bigger question is, do I still remember how to play Dark Knight?
Yeah, you'll figure it out. I constantly forget how to play a class and then have to relearn it.
Whoops, wrong way. This way.
Also, I ended up running to the far end once I talked to that guy. You just talked to one of the guys right next to you.
Yeah. So I've been thinking while we were taking a break from the last time we streamed.
About what?
Do you think the Crystal Tower is just one giant aetheryte and that's how we can travel between the worlds? Reflections?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, maybe.
But the last time we were at the Crystal Tower, it was sealed off by Grahatia. Maybe he'll also get involved.
Meanwhile, I'm just thinking, the people who lived in the Crystal Tower, could they just instantly teleport to anywhere in the tower they wanted to at any time?
Well, they were all dead by the time.
I meant when... Wait, they were dead before. I thought that it was Crystal when they were alive.
Oh. Maybe? I mean, yeah, we had a Crystal Tower there, and we have a Crystal Tower here. Maybe all these reflections also have a Crystal Tower. I'm gonna turn off mount music.
I probably should do that too.
It's so slow traveling in an area without flying.
It is. Also, I'm probably going the wrong way. I ended up going to the fort job at 8th grade, and it's not like I can attune to that.
Alright, now we can finally start the quests.
I guess you go to that gate, the XIV gate. I can't remember at all where I go.
Where are you right now?
I'm leaving the Childen Lakelands, and heading towards the XIV gate.
Ah. I have no idea where you are.
Sure, I'll be fine. This looks like the right way.
Now, a full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few Crystarium civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. Ooh, backstory. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your aetheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. Guess what I didn't do?
I mean, it didn't let us.
After you have done so, walk up the steps to the next to the Aetherite and head out to the left to arrive in the Crystalline Mean. This is where you'll find a collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokesman, Catless, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him in his Cabinet of Curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps. Take the exit on the left, and simply continue straight along and down until you come to the lodge doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Braggy, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He's to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetherite Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. Crystal clear.
It's fun.
Very good. I can see the layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of the other stars, and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal XIV. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. When you'll finish making the rounds, pray meet me at the lodge courtyard in the center of the town. Until then, have a good nap. Take care.
Hello. There, now I can peloton us.
Do you like my glam gear?
Let's see it. I'm surprised to see you wearing that jacket, but it's nice.
Yeah.
I really shouldn't have unmuted your stream, because right now I am very self-conscious about how much echo there is in my office. I need to get some phone again.
Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? Not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exile can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer than here it is out there. Safer and more civilized too, thanks to us in the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources, and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or kettle forged. Why is there an Allegan note in the background?
That's what I was wondering. I'm guessing they're trying to indicate that this place is way more technologically advanced than where we come from.
Maybe. Just thinking it'll be all handed to you on a plate like those Yomoran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor, you don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, can't quite pin down your profession. Where's it you're from? One of the Exos countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. I say you wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence. Pull the entire thing out of thin air. Okay, so it wasn't always here. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. Well, I guess that explains that. The node is all probably from the Crystal Tower. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He's indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he, and you, wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you want to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Yay, crafting! Just ask for Catalyst and I'll find you a niche here in the crystalline mean. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Your exchange with Catalyst has taught you about life in the Crystarium. Recording node.
You ran off when I was trying to peloton you.
Hey, Luns.
Lunds?
Luns.
Oh, they're here?
Yeah.
Oh, I see hi in the chat after you said that.
Yeah, the character's right here.
Hello.
Eyes emoji.
Somebody said that you're supposed to avoid the stairs entirely. I forgot.
You're supposed to what?
Avoid the stairs entirely. I forgot. Thinking of the instructions relative to each other and not relative to the main area. But
Yeah.
since you can't get to that other place.
Alright, good luck with the savagery clears.
Yeah, good luck and thanks for offering.
Nope, one more level higher.
Yep, you're right. There he is.
Excuse me, sir. I recently come to the city, perchance. I'm quite familiar with our civic rules, you see, and, well, What I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even? A scrap of scribbled-on parchment? My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service, and this humble collection is known as a Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to Cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? Nope, just going around talking to people. Oh, so you have an interest in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of the recent events can yield novel perspectives, I quite agree. if you prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment and I'll fetch it for you.
Fucking rude. Just, you look stupid. Let me get you the kids book.
And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair, make yourself more comfortable? On with the lesson then. A 100 years ago, or near enough to not matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the villains known as the Warrior of Light.
It makes sense given that this place is flooded with light that's, like, killing people, so I imagine light's bad here.
Maybe. Now, call me if I'm wrong, but weren't there, like, a conversation a while ago about, like, keeping dark and light in the balance? Like, maybe they just, like, threw off the balance, and they were branded villain?
I imagine so, but I'm also wondering if it's just slightly reverso here.
Maybe.
And so if we become the Great Warrior over here, are they going to call us the Warrior of Darkness?
Well,
you are a Dark Knight. Well,
yeah, but you have to remember that post Heavensward, there was those group of 5 guys calling themselves the Warriors of Darkness. Maybe that's also related? Well, they are related because they are from here.
Yeah. Or maybe they were the Warriors of Light, felt bad, and became the Warriors of Darkness. I don't know.
Maybe. Villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease, until the day an enormous, blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We call this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet just when it seemed all that would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Novrant, and Novrant alone spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form, when the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. These Sin-Eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgent presence stole the night from Novrant's sky. Even now they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I'd be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. Your exchange with Morn has taught you about the Flood of Light.
He's really lonely, poor guy.
Well, at least he has a lot of books to keep him company.
Doesn't help with loneliness.
It's okay, it doesn't help with mine either.
Oof. Well then you should come over here and hang out with me.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. You've never said that before.
Let's see, another one this way.
Amaro Quarter. Ah. They have Amaros instead of Chocobos here.
Huh, what do they look like?
I don't remember. I just teleported away because when we were doing that, I ran off to go attune System 838.
Oh.
I hope you don't feel betrayed.
You look like friends.
Oh,
New to the city, friend. A spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Welcome. My name is Braggy, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave me the distinct another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for humans such as yourself, so finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. Sorry, did you say Humes? Hey, something wrong? Oh, hey, it's an Almalja. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a Hume, like you. The taller one is an elf. The sturdy individual over there is called a Galgant. Else the one with the horns is a Dran. Then you have the large, scaly chaps with long tails and knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zune. Okay, so they have all different names here. This is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. Ah, same as the XIV then. That explains it. You don't get much farther flung than that. Quite a few of your lot passed through in recent years. And despite their obvious learning, they've floundered over the simplest things. I think those might be our friends that got kidnapped. Whose souls got kidnapped.
oh. Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe some other people also got isekai'd into here.
Hope that makes things a lot easier.
But not to worry. If you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Your exchange with Bragi has taught you about the peoples of the first. So what do you call your Lalafels?
They don't allow potatoes here.
I'm sorry?
They don't allow potatoes here.
Oh no. Oh right, 8th, right?
It's a cheat. I popped the coffer they gave me, but it's not better than what I've already got on.
Okay, I guess it's supposed to be like gear to like get you introduced. Just in case you didn't come with your own level 400 stuff.
I guess.
Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? A lot of questions unanswered, but yeah. Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. It's called exposition. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is in fact the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety, but we saw it when we were last there.
Yeah, that.
Is this going to be some time travel shenanigans?
Maybe.
It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Okay,
Oh,
so it was
yeah,
from a
they're
different
saying
time. Yeah. White oak chest gear coffer. Probably not going to need it.
I would have popped it for a different class that you might not have had the gear for already.
I'll be fine. I was going to give us one for each. You've done well as I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain and explain what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters. However, I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the god knows to admit you. Just like that? Then what happened to Gratia? I am not familiar with that name. Is this something I should know? Yeah, there was a guy named Gratia who sealed himself inside the Crystal Tower. Silence Haven't Dawn, Sons of St. Koinak. No? An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it best we focus on the present. Maybe this tower was ripped from the past then, before Grahatia sealed himself in the tower.
Wait, does that mean that we're going to run into him later as our timelines catch up?
Maybe. Like, that's what I'm thinking. He's probably going to be involved with the Crystal Towers here. I mean, they had us do the entire Crystal Tower storyline before finishing Realm Reborn, remember?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember this.
So maybe we will run into him later.
But also, with Realm Reborn, I don't think they have the forward thinking.
Greetings, sir. Exarch awaits you within. Enter the Crystal Tower.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions. To put it simply, they are here in the first.
Yay!
Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine.
Aww.
Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
Good, I need to go back and water my gardens as well.
As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year.
But have they grown any?
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch.
As opposed to us, who actually came with our corporeal bodies, I'm guessing. Also, this is the second time Thancred suddenly was summoned somewhere naked.
Consequently, while you yourself will be
Also-
able to pass between worlds with relative freedom,
Like,
you will not.
really, after the first one, you were like, maybe we shouldn't
They are
continue this
stranded
because
here.
I am dooming them to no bodies. Nah, let's keep going. Let's keep summoning them.
Maybe the situation is just that dire. Thancred's okay? Well, I'll take your word for it. Then what have they been doing all this time?
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least.
Is the answer that there
As
is
you
no
may
way
have
to reverse it?
surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source.
Is that good?
This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes.
Not good.
Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Also not good.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
For the moment.
I said, for want of a better choice, and he was still very,
you will not regret
like,
this.
aw.
With that
Yep,
second,
same dialogue.
we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have seen informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants. Which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. Oh right, we have a Aetherite.
Yep.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Oh, that's a
The
relief.
nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's
Yeah, I was
value
very
was decided by the worth of its metal.
confused about why it would be equivalent, but I guess that makes sense.
Hooray, expositions!
As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Ooh, tombstones.
I like your design.
Nobody can escape the
But I
smartphones.
fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world. A Van Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
What?
My dear Feo Ul,
Oh god.
paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm,
Hello.
and we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home.
See where the
Might
model
you
of
be
my
able
pixie
to
wings came
assist
from?
us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yep.
Oh my
Yes.
god, I unmuted your stream, and the male
Just as I
voice compared
thought,
to the
then you've a good
absurdly
stout connection with
cutesy
your home
Japanese
through which
girl
all your
voice.
belongings, great
Oh.
and small, may easily
Ah, yes, the
pass.
reverse Tataru.
Yeah.
From this moment forth, I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
I think I just entered into a warlock pact.
Raise your hand. Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Send a message to... Probably,
Actually a hard one.
probably Tataru.
Yeah, I think
Consideration.
he's so cute, but Tataru is probably gonna actually tell them all.
Well, probably also that, and Tataru was also with us when we got yoinked.
Alright.
Plus, Kral's busy in
As you
Eureka.
heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
As a result of your pact with Feo Ul, you now have access to delivery Moogles, market boards, and summoning bells here in the First. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Green. We are denied the comforting of blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready. If you'd like to retire to my quarters. Holy shit, a window you can actually open. You.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
Hello. The warrior of darkness.
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The warrior of darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source, a daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought
I
our
called
home
it.
doomed.
Yep.
And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source, and try to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
A lot.
100 years. 100 long years.
He just doesn't have collision on.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
Well, first, I blame the echo, because that's apparent. That's probably the thing that explains everything when something weird happens.
Related to us, yes.
Yeah.
You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Does that mean I have to be a villain, or...
I mean,
the expansion is titled Shadowbringers, so...
I think we're just going to become the Shadowbringer.
Yeah, probably.
The part where we shadowed all over the Shadowbringers. It's shadow time.
Well, now this joke has run its course.
Come on. Manager suites. It's a shame. Just kidding.
I'm sorry?
Oh, it just said like the little achievement message of quest at a checkpoint. Talk to the manager, whatever.
I don't think I got that one.
It's the message that pops up when you completed a quest objective. And it pops up in the middle of the screen.
Ah. Ooh, portal to the source.
Yay, easy way to get back.
I'm going to quickly check where this leads. Okay, it leads back to the... the place where we entered from.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And we don't get thrown in the middle of Lakeland again. We could just come back straight to the tower. Also convenient.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest?
Nope. Had a ghostly visitor.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the
course,
rich
it's where
and privileged
Alphinaud would
while
go.
away their days in idleness.
Why is that?
I mean, rich background and all. Used to hanging
Ah.
out in permanent and luxury.
Ah, yes, aristocrats.
For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armorang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
Oh, hey. Thank you for the sub.
Calusia or Armorang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you have made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am
I'll
certain
be
your paths
right
will
back.
cross ere long.
Okay. I should also be right back. I'm gonna get some water.
I've returned. I'm assuming that our lovely Twitch streamer has gone to the bathroom as well. Hello. Welcome back.
Thank you. Alright, so who do we want to go after first? Alfie or Alice?
I was about to ask you that. Maybe just Alphino because he's first on the list.
I'm sorry?
Hello, local kidder.
Hello. Okay, yeah, probably Alphinaud. You will visit Alphinaud in Colusia then. Excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you will need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of... I'm sorry?
Go ahead, sorry.
Here's a letter of introduction, presented to Zem Gen Mai, master of the beast at the Temenos Rookery, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphinaud, be sure to pass on my warmest regards.
Looks like we could accept both at once. I'm just gonna do that.
I'm just gonna come back and get the second one when we get around to it. Rookery. Where's Rooker? Okay.
There's whatchamacallit by it? An aetherite. You
Okay,
have to go up a bunch
yeah.
of stairs.
Yeah, it's at the northwest.
Looks like there's a unlock quest as well.
Given how it's next to a hunt board, I'm gonna guess that's the hunt for the Shadowbringers.
I mean, probably, but also I'm gonna do it if it'll let me. I don't see the person though.
It's above here.
Above here. Oh, up there. Okay. I'm gonna get up there.
You go to the main aetherite and go up the stairs. Oh, this is a sightseeing log. Never mind.
Hi, Ari. I'm passing by Ari's character.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Yay. Sightseeing log expanded. Wait, where's this Aethernet shard? There it is. Ow. Why do you people keep subbing? What's wrong with you?
You're fun to watch.
Ugh.
They love your voice acting.
Ugh. Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? Letter of introduction. Addressed to Zem Gen Mai and signed by the First Crystal Exarch. Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Colusia. I will pick you out a friendly whelp. Not a chocobo, then?
So,
A
yourself isn't worth anything? God.
A chocobo. You hail from one of Novrant's more isolated settlements, perchance. I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. But here in the Crystarium, mounts like that grey fellow there are far more commonly used. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding a Morrow, I think it best I accompany you on this flight myself. Any Zune worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exarch sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro Lodge. One of the junior tamers will tend to you while I ready the mounts. That's a big fluffy dinosaur. Where do we head out? Over there.
I think maybe here's where I was thinking, all the way up the stairs.
Ah, I have to actually go up there again. Oh no, wait, I think I can get up there from the crystal and mean. Yeah, there we go. Staircases.
The side I came from. But hey, whatever works. I did seem to that aetheryte before you do this.
Oh, right, I have to do that. You want to fly Namar to Colusia? I suppose the Master Genmai is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the Mount shortly. You can now travel to Colusia. Speak with the aspiring Amaro Tamer to fly to the island. You can also use your Aether Compass to assist with locating Aether Currents in new regions. Aether Compass can be found in the Collection Duty section. Okay, we went over that one.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Colusia. I'm gonna have to make a... There we go. We are arrived. This is a crack shell beach on the eastern coast of Colusia. We should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, their attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Spy you that city in the distance. That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale, and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Yulmoran elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Eivor. Eivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Colusia, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme that will let him know that you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amaro until you are ready to return. Yeah, I need to go back real quick to get that aetheryte.
Alright.
Yay, I attune to everything.
Yay!
Back to Colusia. Oh, hold on a sec.
That's some interesting battle music.
Oh, I didn't turn on battle music. Hold on. Battle music. Here it is. Ooh, guitar riffs. Hey! I learned a spell.
Nice.
Yeah, I briefly remember what monsters give what spells, but that's about it. But I do know Goblin
I
Punch.
have to get a chart when I finally do Blue Mage.
Oh right, I'm super slow here.
Yeah.
Get out of my way, Goblin. Also, hold on. Collection, Aether Compass.
Yep. We're almost to it.
Oh yeah,
there it is, right
yeah,
there.
there's one right there. What you after? Fish? Crab? Think I got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you have a taste for them. Lake thyme, a fragrant herb commonly found growing along in the floodplains of the source. Oh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan, it's like a bloody festival of flavor. What is it I can do for you? Can't say there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. Alfino Day. Aye, I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. You're almost richer than all of Novrand put together. It's a different story for them as life outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now, get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for still tired. That's a fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse of a tavern that the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and I'll see that Alfino joins you. Hey, Kira.
Hello.
You're tuned to the Aetherite. It's your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What'll you be having? Give me some water. It's too bright out to be drinking. Fine choice. What will you be paying with? Oh now, those are exotic. Why did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity. I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so I'll have to come to some other arrangement. Ah, there's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. Why do you say you do a bit of an extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful for me sleeping on the job. He'll be in an old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me and you can laze about here as long as you like.
an interesting way to premise a quest.
Clank, 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 clank. I miss not getting attacked by enemies.
I'm very used to it, constantly switching classes to whatever's gonna get the best XP from it.
Ooh, these must be the famous low poly grapes.
Oh yeah, they are really low poly. The textures are nice though.
Yep, what an honor. Grapes.png.
They took a note from Pokemon in their design before Pokemon decided not to bother with textures either.
Yeah, just look at them. Look at how round they are. Or, well, angled? Sharp? Sharp.
I don't know, they just the tree trick really.
They better leave the masses for the graphical update. Agreed. No response. Maybe you need to knock louder. No response. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. You hear faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer.
A little bit.
No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence.
Someone do a dead.
Someone may have died. Welcome back, dear. What that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? I couldn't find anyone. Gone? Must have left to rejoin the rest of the hopefuls. The what? In Gate Town, outside Yulemore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And here I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink, on the house. A full glass of water. Yay.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Alfie node.
Good to see you, my
He
friend.
stole my outfit!
Maybe this is just normal fashion here.
The
He
barley seeds you
stole my
wanted.
outfit!
They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alfie, no, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
You know, me, I was more worried about you, considering you're a soul. You're just a tangible spirit at the moment.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
It all started when I went to the Crystal Tower.
I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry.
You're saying that we have to
We
do
must
another
endeavor to
alliance
return
raid?
as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral Calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the Calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
Like the toxic gas?
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose.
Yep.
Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
Well, venturing is part of my job description, so let's get to it.
And so we take to the road once more.
Just don't volunteer to fly in any airships anytime soon, would you? Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Yulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west, then cross a small bridge. I'm guessing your cutscene is taking longer?
Yeah, I'm having the Japanese audio.
Okay, feel free to catch up whenever.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Does this place have the... Yeah, there's a porter standing to talk to.
Yes, you do. Already did, so.
Yay.
I see you're using the Phoenix mount.
Yep. It's all my mount roulette.
Oh, I wonder if those, iguanas. I thought that was supposed to. Why am I only thinking of the Pokemon named, based off of it? So the lizard that changes its color.
Chameleon.
Chameleon, right. I just kept thinking Clefaion.
Colossia seemed peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar. I had a similar impression at Crystarium. Even in the distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the souls, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No! Get away from me! Over there! Quickly! Someone's in trouble! Oh, thank the fates you. Look out!
What is the name and also the ability names?
Forgiven cowardice.
Yeah, it's something loveless, but AoE.
Ah. My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings. But I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you alright, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Sorry, noise in the background.
Me?
No, mine.
Ah. And now we wait for him to return. How is your weekend going, chat? Any Labor Day weekend activities? Chores and to sleep. Yeah, that do be the adult lifestyle in it. What better way to spend your Labor Day with sleep and more work of different flavor? Machinist is fun. That's what I'm playing right now. I switched to it from Bard, but I still maintain my Bard. My Bard is higher level than Machinist.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulmore with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now, I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. It's as she says. Many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Yulmore's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters expand upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Not much, that they came in with the flood. A brief history then. 'Twas not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sin Eaters first appeared, some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of all their form, all seem incapable of speech, and all are driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal ether. They are predators, and we are their prey. So it's that's just like a legion of primals, or...
They don't seem like they're that big.
Like, I mean, yeah, but they are consuming aether to sustain themselves, which is very which is a very primal thing to do. Calusia suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of Sin Eater's victims grow longer by the day, a tragedy without end. Still, we have won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west.
So it looks like there's like dust or some, like, I don't know, ashes, glowing ashes falling everywhere.
Sure it's not just leaves?
Doesn't look like leaves, they're too tiny.
Hold on, I think there's an aether current over this way somewhere.
Oh, there is. Northwest, okay. But it's a little bit of a distance away. It's probably nearish that fate.
No, I think it's on top of this cliff. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That seems to be the only thing that distance away. Oh, what? Indomitable. That is such a weird model. When you get over here.
I'm sorry?
I'm next to a robot frog. Look at this. It's on the way.
Huh.
Oh, you're also right here. And it's even got sounds when it moves around. That's cute.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it's a B rank monster.
It looks like a trash can on wheels, made to look like a frog.
Yep.
Here we are.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
Why does this give me a lot of Ul'dah vibes?
I mean, it's the same fucking problems.
Exactly.
I guess it's the reflection of Ul'dah.
Yeah, I believe that.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh? I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
This just seems more like the reflection of Ul'dah with every second.
Yeah. I guess Crystarium is supposed to be more Dona or something?
Greetings to our
Maybe.
hopeful petitioners.
I mean, it's the same place.
Yulmore
Isn't this where
extends
Linset
its
is? So it's kind of
warmest
weird that it's
regards.
reflecting Ul'dah. Maybe they, like, reflected the map locations?
Maybe. I don't know, maybe we'll get more answers later.
Let it be known
Or maybe it
that
was
a
just
lady
part of
of
the story and they
distinction
just
wishes
did
to
it
dine
artistically.
on fish divine.
Who knows?
We
Or
seek a master
you know,
culinarian who can
wanted to implement the
guarantee
ideas they
food
couldn't throw
perfection.
Ul'dah.
Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu. Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We might not at all.
Well, I am an accomplished culinarian according to Eorzean standards.
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in a city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
That face always freaks me out.
Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident.
So
For you.
each, I'll sign up for this. Just give me some of those peaches.
Over here.
I don't think they're peaches, they just might be
Meal
bread.
is a foodstuff which Yulmore
They
routinely
look
doles
like
out
white
to the
peaches.
people
I
of
want
Gate,
those damn white
and
peaches.
apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems... well, let us just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city has thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet from what I have seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I have tried to propose ways they could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that... Well, mayhap you could take a turn around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself. So here are ya. Can't blame you for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Gate Town's not much to look at, at least it's safe. And the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. Bubbling cookpot. A large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chunks, meal, you realize, float in the otherwise plain broth.
If it were bread, then it would still be chunked after sitting in that long, so I think that it's white peaches.
A peach stew?
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Add some alcohol to that peach stew for extra bonus.
Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the light that awaits me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? You've seen what Gate Town has to offer. Well, clearly not much if they're taking away all the useful people. These people can no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent on handouts of Mayol and believe Yulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive of any other way of life. So is it Mayol drugs, or...?
I assume just food. I mean, how else are they going to eat without a farm here?
You disapprove of Yulmore? Tis difficult to make a final judgment without first seeing the city's inner workings. Mayhap it is that uncertainty which always makes me feel so ill at ease here. Not that it matters. However unjust the system seems to me, if these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Yulmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I am not convinced that Yulmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Colusia's people. I am not so naive as to think there's some miraculous solution to all of this. Yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Yulmore's gates. It is fortunate that you arrived when you did, Kreen. I have been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city, and if all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. Delphina, what are you up to? There's a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo they are called, though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos, and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tataru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor, would you not agree? Surely even the most jaded Yomoran lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. My appointment with the Ondo is to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Why you help me make the exchange? The little boy is growing up. Yeah, but he's still as short as ever. Excellent. I should be glad of your company. First things first then, we must pay a visit to Moshamoa, my supplier in Right. Come, it is just to the northwest of here. Oh, I don't like that eavesdropping. Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Moshamoa. This is my associate Green, and we are here to collect the produce I purchased. Eh? I loaded your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? I know of no such person. Mr. Lad, short blue hair? No? He said he'd come on your behalf, and he seemed to know all the details. I just assumed... Confound it. Someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, and I shall take the west. Who knows, maybe we're just gonna find someone who just wanted to feed the people. There's the surroundings for a male Miss Dell with short blue hair. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a likely suspect and inspect them with left click. I'm guessing Mistel is the Verwar from Coat. Yep, looks like it. You've located your quarry. Green, any sign of him? Yep, right over there. You have a keen eye. Let us move in before he makes good his escape. Kara, did you get into a fight? Kara, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, it attacked me first. I completely forgot it was muted.
There you
Peter
are.
gave me some alcohol.
Oh no.
The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I have no family and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. Look, when the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea, get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear. Must it be Yulmore or nothing? What of the Crystarium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Yulmoran's interest.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
They're going so ham on the paradise thing. I'm pretty sure they're just killing everyone who gets into the city.
You think it's going to be a me all is
One
people
part.
kind of
There
situation?
will be others. But for young Kai Shi,
Thought of-
it was the difference
But
between
the
life and
idea
death.
of those delicious white peaches being made of people is not what I will entertain.
I'm sorry?
I'm not going to entertain my white peaches being made out of Soylent.
Me all is people! People!
No! Yeah!
You really love peaches, don't you?
Oh shit. The cocktail that Peter gave me is made out of the white peach liqueur I made.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best. We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
That's not who you are.
I suppose not. Were Estinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alfino, ever the slave to sentiment.
Yeah, it's a
But
good
I thank
impression.
you for your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending. Shall we return to Wright then?
Looks like I'm gonna have to think of a new plan.
Is that?
Alfinoda, what do your elves and I see?
I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble. Come on, they may need our help.
Can we just swim past this? No, hold on. I think there's an aether current to the west. Yeah, Machinist is kind of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Crit drill.
And in the early dungeons when you do the leveling roulettes, they're so OP. I love it.
Looks like there's an aether current around where we're going.
Yeah, hopefully it's not in those docks. No, they can't be. It's still to the west. Oh, yeah. You're right at it.
That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Mercy! Mercy, I beg you! Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. The poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. I thought for certain I was dead. I might have repaid his kindness. We'll set up for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Tristel. I was invited into Yulmore to work as an artist. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them, but when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out onto the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Balthry's city. Within days, they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamned ocean. From up there? How were you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you haven't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous. And the citizens condone such barbaric punishment. Oh, without a second thought. When Lord Valthree passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. In Yulmore, his word is law. The more I hear about this Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first we should convey Tristol to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. A way into the city? Well, it looks like we can at least go into the city. There's a whole map for it.
Yeah. Oh, you got a big boy following you. Or you had.
Yep. And they're not any bigger than buffaloes over in La Nocia.
Still.
Pray accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. And, if you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Yulmore, insofar as I am able at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to the stomach. But since it's plain you set your minds on it, you should take this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Yumoran elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want. And if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. Alfino do have a talent for drawing, or art, so... Are you certain? This is your livelihood. We cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I gave it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided. But I shan't stay long in this place, not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession, and I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying day. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristol has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. Ooh, thank you for the follow. Araya Silverstone. That is a name I do not recognize, but hello.
Thank you very much. I do recognize that name.
You do?
I know who must have referred them.
Oh no. We will, however, need to act upon its advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with the brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course. You literally drew Gosetsu and Yugiri back in Stormblood. But enough to pay the role, I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, maybe you could pose as my assistant. Then it is settled. All we need to do now is to return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. Hold on, I got Aether Current quests that I should probably pick up.
Do you want to do them first, or do you want to go into the city?
No, I'll do them later.
Okay. Okay.
I'll do them after stream.
They're attacking. Area H, Silver, Stone.
Well, now you're just doing it on purpose. One fight out of how many, Luns? One fight out of how many? 4? Yeah, at this rate, you'll get it done in... eventually. Ors. Neat.
Oh, it's back there. That is the Phoenix Mount that they were on.
It's the mount from the Rising event. The one that's going on right now, actually. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We've welcomed a peddler who made pells from a plum, and now we've a place for the painter of a plumb. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I can paint. Portraits at least. Landscape and still life are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh-ho! I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. I only have my brush to testify for me, though you will know that it has seen no small amount of service. Aha! Flecks of paint, both old and new, a tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us, and we'll put those talents to the test. These people are rhyming less and less by the day. And who is this hanger-on, a well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. He whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Parasite then, we shall leave his fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to your more sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, the Mior. We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
Yulmore.
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
I talked to the Skywatcher just the forecast.
Yep. Does she say anything other than...
You'll see.
Okay. Yep, it's just everlasting light.
Yeah.
The weather, today, tomorrow, and every day henceforth will be plagued by everlasting light. Well, that certainly is a thing I did not expect to see. Welcome, welcome to the City of Final Pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No? Not even a single tear? Moving right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through to Joyous Hall. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to those folk off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go! Enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. The Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the time being. Let me just go talk to the Chocobo Keep, or Amaro Keep.
You can do it. There you go. I'm sure you're wondering why I brought you here today.
No. Why?
I'm just joking.
Oh. Ah, bureaucracy. My old nemesis.
My current nemesis, always.
Oh no.
No, I'm not going through anything right now.
Welcome to you more fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Alfinode, an artist, and this is Green, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are best with the favor of Lord Valtteri, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen, in your case, painting pretty pictures. And should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually. Chinese and Dulia Chai, a mistel couple of whom the most referred to as the Chais. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. All's in order. These are your registration documents. Take these papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you'll officially be Yulmoran citizens. Enjoy your new life in paradise! Well, at least they didn't make us have to go through different windows 74 times. The place that drives you mad. Mad! Welcome to the Bureau registration. Papers, please. Set of documents required to register as a bonded citizen of Yulmore. What have we here? Alfinode, artist. Green, artist assistant, to be employed in the service of Lord Chinese and Lady Dulia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it best that we deliver it to the Chai residence before... Oh dear. You smell hideous. You crawl here through a ditch. It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free. After you rinse away that stench, you'll want to splash yourselves with this perfume, liberally. Once you made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Karen, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions. I guess I can fix that emotional damage. I hadn't realized we were so... aromatic. I mean, expected of me, I fight monsters and get covered in their blood half the time. But the Alfinode, you, I'm ashamed of you. I really should commit the Eorzean alphabet to memory sometime. It'd be nice to sometimes like read these papers or letters.
I'd be surprised if a lot of them didn't actually have attention to detail and say nonsense. Or copied something for something irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, if you actually look on the map, they actually say what they are in the Eorzean letters and then in English. Just gotta figure out which one is which letter is which. Also, Kier, what are you doing? You rinse yourself clean the stream of water. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that, peripheral. But speaking of which, I probably should craft myself a swimsuit one of these days. Oh, right. Key items.
Oh.
This bottle contains scented water, the liberal application of which can conceal undesirable odors. You apply the perfume as directed, and the delicate scent of roses fill the air. Oh, you showered and dressed already, have you? It is not... that is to say... seems rather exposed for one's ablutions, is it not? Alice would have been drying her hair by now.
I said hurry up and shower, Stinky.
Wouldn't she just? Very well, I shall endeavor to emulate her boldness, then. Courage, Alphinaud. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patrons, then? Looking to present yourself to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called a buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters. And above that, you got the canopy, which where the free citizens of Yulmore spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs. Then look for the Grand Dame's Parlor. They'll be in there, like as not. Heh, said Butt.
I did it at a tune.
Then.
That is not a voice I expected.
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That silken hair, those pearly cheeks. Ooh,
I mean, the voice fits a lot better than the Japanese one.
What is the Japanese one like?
Flowers.
Oh,
I'm sorry, can you...
you?
Maybe if they were going for like high-class madam kind of voice, maybe?
Oh, they both are.
Okay. Just like I imagine more. Oh,
I am positive he'll paint us the most delightful.
Well, they also need to show that they're older.
ah.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Chinoose's voice is what throws me off. He sounds more working class.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Hello.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see?
Clackety-clack. Clackety-clack.
Sorry.
Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Ooh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
I just love how beat up that dude sounds. Last line he said in Japanese was basically like, yeah, whatever you say, it's true.
Maybe he was the one that married into her family or something.
I assume so.
Now you have the opportunity to experience Yulmore, I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city, top to bottom. In other words, I will start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls, mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share the local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much possible about our, new place of residence. Nope, still can't tune to this eighth, right? Oh, hello there. A fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, 'tis lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big strong lad, long hair, tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I dropped my handkerchief. Now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I'd be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once.
Found her. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Huh. That's definitely a situation to be in. Wicked White, that was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught on something. Thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You must think highly of your mistress. She's my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Yulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. But there was so much more to this city than wealth and plenty. There's no war here, no conflict. Residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. Doubt. My mistress has ever been so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in Colusia where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. When she hears of your deeds, you will be witness to her generosity firsthand. What? Only you say? Curse my clumsy feet! I must return to her immediately! My attendant told me everything. I am so very grateful you were there to offer your assistance. You value him highly, then? As if he were a member of my own family. I could not live the wonderful life I lead without him. We free citizens owe the bonded our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment, but in Yulmore our most glorious measure in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. Upon registration, all of our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. That doesn't sound suspicious at all. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger turned rescuer. All this talk of relying on the bonded, I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. Hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. Not really. Toward the city, is it? Then you really must visit the Beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B usually has her seat near the entrance. She'll gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you'll find yourself on our good side. Well, this is certainly a location. Why am I not? Beehive, Pani Bien. Welcome to the Beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day? I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at your ease, eh? A quick game of high or low. Simply a matter of guessing who has a bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor. Within reason, of course. Interested? Ready for a game of high or low then? Can't we just play triple triad? Well, let's play. Good for you. No time like the present, I say. 2 cards for you, 3 cards for you, 3 for me. You flip one of yours over, and I flip 2 of mine. Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? Low. You're going low. Right, let's see what you got. My cards are to 13, and you have... Total of 70. Dang it. You lose. F. Aw, sorry honey, but this match goes to me. Alright, let's play that again. Game over till the characters start over from the Realm Reborn. Much better. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I concede defeat at this point. Well, what do you say to a rematch? One more win and we'll talk about that favor. You win again. Well, well, would you look at that? I think you got a knack for this newcomer. Congratulations, victory is yours, as is a prize I promised. Come whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell old Tista what she can do for you. That's all. How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Valtteri was born with the power to command them, which means no Yomoran need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Is that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Atharn over there. There's not but that Merry Sot likes more than the sound of his own voice. Ooh, sightseeing log. Beehive. What's that? New to you more, you say? I'm sorry?
You should take a look at the other stage.
I'm looking. Oh. Oh. That's someone I recognize.
What kind of degenerate would go up there and dance?
That one obviously. What's that? New to humor, you say? Only just right, and you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. Tell you what, you up on stage and give us a dance first, then we have our little... Oh, no. Hold on a second. Oh, dang it, unable to command while... Oh, right. There, this seems more appropriate for dancing, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus. Why not the dancer class?
It's literally the same outfit.
Yeah, but then you'd be a dancer.
Alright, hold on.
There you go.
Nope, hold on. Gotta redo this one. There we go. Too bad it only has to be the basic dance and not like Thavnarian dance or anything.
Yeah.
Now that was a show. You're welcome to clamber up on the stage anytime you like. So, what was it you wanted to ask me? Ah, yeah, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Umoran army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, around 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. He's got his way with the Eaters, you see. Turns them docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating as to say they become something of an ally to Yulmore, no longer an enemy to be feared. And yet elsewhere, there's still fools who insist on fighting these losing battles. Ha! A toast to Lord Vothri.
That's interesting and sussy-wussy.
Yep, you gained a preliminary sense of the city. The Chais and Alphinode will be expecting your return. Huh, where's Alphinode?
We'll find out.
Oh, you returned from your jaunt around the city so soon? You needn't have hurried back. Young Alphinode has yet to put a brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told. Or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. Alphinode's got new trip. I put together an ensemble out of the garment you chose. Is it satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me, that last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy, however am I to decide? I don't recall this part of the artistic process. Exactly! That is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly. Well, I'd not. That is to say, as long as you... just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who will be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall I pick out some jewelry next? Chai has a very particular sense of beauty, and apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. But this obsession of hers works in our favor. The time I spend indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue our explorations. For this excursion, I like to delve into the layer below us and snip out the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Nope, one more. Oh, actually, there's a Aetherite shard over there, isn't there?
In the military headquarters, yeah. And you know what else there is?
Sightseeing log?
Yep. Question is, how do I get to it?
Hold on.
I got hit by the chain. Damn it.
I may have... Hold on a second. So go here and...
Oh no. You're gonna do what I did.
There we go.
Oh, damn, you got it first try. I got hit by that chain.
Aha!
And I missed avoiding the chain. Oh well.
Okay, now where's the person we need to talk to?
Yeah, I'm wondering that as well. Found them.
Where are they?
In the jail.
Is it a jail? It might be more of a storeroom. You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. My patron thinks I'm no use to him, then... I need you to sneak out to Derelicts and prescribe my condition to Thoric. Here's a list of symptoms, and a hunk of mail to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Where is the exit? Okay, up there.
Yeah, gotta go all the way up to go all the way down.
No, wait, hold on. We already have an Aetheryte. We should be able to just teleport outside.
Can you when you can't do the main one? Okay, it looks like that's the wrong way because that just leads to the lift.
Oh yeah, good point. What is it with this confusing architecture?
And maybe that's part of the mystery.
Why is only one of these doors open?
Another thing I was wondering.
Also, yeah, it looks like you can still use the Aether network, but only for the ones you have attuned to.
Well, that'll be nifty going back.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What?
You'll see. Speaking of wonderful textures, these roses,
Very solid.
yeah.
You need medicines, tonics, potions? A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. Must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder, or simply silence her chirps? Oh, your face. You didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest? Gone. A town of nightmares it is, not for this ship's rat, oh no. I am content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict and I have my mule. Good day. Well, that's a bit dark. Apparently that counts as all, but I haven't tuned to the main aetheryte. Weird. Where was it? Down. Did you get my medicine? So that's it? What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said... So you've been suffering all this time? I am sorry, my pet. I didn't realize your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trilling by casting you out onto the street. You are too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? Yet today I become more burden to you than treasure. And I shall have a word with Lord Vothri and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness will sing your song ring out clearly once again. Or mayhap you think it a step too far. No, you would do that for me? Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Well, that's not creepy in the slightest. Ascension? Ah, it must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As all know, these Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them onto celestial paradise. It is through Lord Vothri that we learn this truth. It is through Lord Vothri's grace that the free people of Yulmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment, until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should their patrons deem them worthy. Lord Vothri truly is a great man, isn't he?
So I called it.
Which one?
Oh, that, the whole thing about paradise definitely means that they're killing the people here.
Oh, probably.
I mean, you just said it.
Yeah. Now, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary.
I don't know how you do this jump on the first try. I always, over or undershoot it. Ah!
Well, don't bother trying to move around mid-air because it's not going to change anything. I wonder if you can reach from here instead.
Probably not, but let's see.
Nope. Not far enough. It has to be on the layer with the chains.
Yep.
Unless...
I'm not getting hit by the chains anymore.
Unless if I can make this... Wait, no. Don't think I can. Oh, maybe I can. Nope. Not good enough. Alright, back to Alfie Node.
Oh, right. Can't go that way. That's annoying.
Ads do be like that. It's good to see you back. You're taking so long, I began to worry something had happened. I began sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the chies appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? So, Lord Valtteri boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? How is the drawing looking? Oh, actually looks pretty great. I take my eye off you for one moment and you're chattering away with that assistance of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done then? What in the blazes? It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphinaud. Where is your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility, and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Lord Shai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous union, it seemed to me that a realistic portrayal... Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection! A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees. To make people cry out in amazement. Now, fetch a blank canvas and... I say, did that come from above? Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose set to ruin our fair city. But our lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who would watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent? How dreadful! And this man is to face sentencing. That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth for you going along for the experience. The offer they mentioned is part of the Emergent, a level above us where Lord Valtteri resides. Ordinarily you'd be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown Lift will take you up there. We better not dawdle then. I'm pretty sure someone on the art team drew it, because I think it's also what they use for the triple triad card?
We also need art in the 2D before making the 3D models, so...
True. I do not think I have them as triple triad card. Oh, that way. Hey, he just went, hey guys, you want to see someone become a corpse? Join the crowd up there. See to the offer. Let's see what this Lord Vothry looks like. Oh.
That's him.
I had a view because I lost my acre out.
This is just Don Corneo.
He's attended by sin eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
Mercy! Mercy!
The early days.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no, not this guy.
Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vorthry, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Europe is a city built on love for one's fellow man.
Oops, I accidentally skipped. Those who have...
Stoned for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony.
Those who have not to give and live only to take our blight upon our society. Ugh.
And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do, but offer the sinner another way to show his contrition?
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Yulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
It is true that Kaishia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out, I could almost accept. But
With
to
my being
humiliate
quiet,
him,
I'm very funny.
to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmore?
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
And people call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk? I think so.
It's Don Corneo from Final Fantasy VII.
Did that little worm just insult me?
Took you long enough to figure that out.
I had to mute when I saw this tantrum animation. I was dying.
Save their minds! Torment them! Torture them! And tear out their hearts!
Literally throwing a tantrum. Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again, though it is probably best we leave this island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Yulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin Eaters will find few allies in Colusia. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think of our strategy anew. Kaishia, I've done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risk inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Valtteri wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I am certain we can find work for you there, if you're willing. No, that would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well, but you must promise you'll be careful. The Yulmorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alfie Node! Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you. I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alfie Node. Now I've had many a beautiful and striking picture painted for me, but there was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Valtteri and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. I am sorry, Lady Chai. There are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Pray, press me no further. We are leaving, but I would not presume to take the garments you are so kind as to procure for me. One moment. I wouldn't hear it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. And I shall make arrangements so you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go on unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade. I think she means well.
She is quite sweet.
Yeah. Now then, which way are we going? Back that way.
Yep. Where are you going?
Oh wait, that's the Aetheryte quest. Never mind.
Yeah. He's on the beach. I'm not sure that you really need to stand when you have so much fat that your fat literally forms a base for you.
Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this whole sordid endeavor. While not quite joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Vothri and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the XIV and chart a new course. This is far from over.
But it wasn't Violet.
I don't know who Violet Beauregard is.
Violet, you're turning violet!
No, you're gonna have to give me another hint.
To the chocolate factory?
Oh, that one. Oh hey, feature unlock.
Alright. God, not voice acting the unlock quest for hunts.
Nope. Oh, I gotta be level 73 to take that. Whoops, I did not re-equip my gear on this set.
Took off your clothes.
I got the wrong clothes. Naked Godbert. I guess when I reach level 80, I'll get to unlock elite marks for Shadowbringers.
You're eating Pocky, I'm telling Anya to bow.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm at Bakery from Bow.
Ah.
And the owner is called Pocky.
Back to the gate. Ah, it is good to be back amongst friends. In such company, I can finally turn my thoughts to the future. But ere we discuss all we have learned and begin planning our next step, I think it best you visit Alice. A familiarity with the Amarang will no doubt provide us with invaluable insight. And besides, I know she is eager to see you as I was. Bring a smile to her face, Green. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break, get some water, and continue to the Alice quests, I guess.
Alrighty. Doing any shopping for Labor Day weekend, chat?